Speaking of playing defense and getting paid, did you see Alex Caruso's contract?
81, baby. Hey, Alex.
81 million over 4
First of all,
years.
let's
Good for
let's let's
him.
take some time to congratulate Alex Caruso. This guy, hey, has grinded. I look at a photo. It might have been X, Twitter, or however you want to call it. I think I
Mhm.
saw a photo with him, and he's now coach in the G League
Together.
and
Yep.
like just reminded me. I was like, man, and I'm a G League, D League alumni, so I'm always like this guy is a hard worker. You know, he would like everybody would love to be on his team. And I noticed this. You know what I noticed? Like he's really actually really good when he played with LeBron, because you know like
Mhm.
guys like LeBron, Giannis, and like Nikola, like they make people around them look really good, right? And then I was like, oh my God, this guy's good. Okay, he can play defense, shoot the three, blah, 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 and defend. But then I saw him in Chicago. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's like the gaps king. Like, you know, in the gaps, put his hands up, can defend, like relentless. I was like,
Relentless. Yep.
man. And then I saw him in OKC, and I was like, okay, hey man, Dort.
Say they're a team defensively. Jalen Williams too. Like defensively,
Yeah,
you get past them, then you have to deal with Hardenstein and Chet Holmgren when he's
yeah.
healthy. So
That's why
that's a tough.
that's how. But that's why the game was so hard, because like you got to think
Mhm.
about it. You had to have all these guys in on the same time when you were playing the Bucks, because like
You remember
it was
you
hard.
remember when Kawhi Leonard said like board man gets paid, talking about like how he liked grabbing rebounds.
Hmm.
I wish people would look at what Alex Caruso's career has been, what he did
Hmm.
at his size, and because at his size, everything is effort and it's skill,
Of
but like
course.
he's out there grinding every single day in the practice gym. Everyone wants to be Steph Curry, right?
Yeah.
No one's going to shoot the way Steph does. Everyone wants to be LeBron. You're not going to be 6'8", and if you are, go out there and get after it, right? Like, but if people would watch like a Alex Caruso and the way he got to 4 years, 81 million, it changes the game. Like, it changes how you approach the game, and like I feel like more people need to see Caruso than just like the Steph
Hundred
Curry highlights.
percent.
Steph is great, obviously, but
Yeah.
like
And a
he's
big
one of a generation.
yeah. And one more thing that's so underrated is his professionalism. That's what gets you 81
Hmm.
million. Don't get it confused now. Talent and just being out there doesn't get you 81 million. It's the professionalism that gets you the 81 million, because you're an investment and they know their investment is safe with you. That's what gets you
Yeah, but
that money.
100%.
Because
But
no, I'm
he
just saying it
also has
for the
to.
kids and for people who are watching just coming to the league and the NBA. It just there's a lot of guys who have played the same defense as Alex, and
Mhm.
maybe even better. Some guys, but they never made 81 million. You know, because they
It's
haven't
the
been maybe the same professional or whatever. I'm not saying this as a knock to anybody else. I'm just saying this that it takes a whole package to get this kind of money. It's life
100%. It
changing.
takes the whole package and the people you have with you too.
Yeah,
It's his professionalism. It's the people he carries around with him.
100%.
Hopefully, he doesn't completely ruin the market when the Bucks have to pay Andre Jackson for similar defensive capabilities.
Listen,
Because Andre one day is going to get paid for his defense too, as
listen,
he should.
listen to me. Do your job. Get us where we need to be, and ask for whatever you want to ask for.
There it
Shouldn't
is.
everybody be happy? If you do your job, Tony, and you get the show
Mhm.
where this show needs to be, walk in that room and ask for whatever you want to ask. Simple as that. That's what I believe
That's
in.
what we're doing.
That's how I believe in. That's why I'm this way I
Simple.
am. I'm like, okay, I know my worth. I know what I believe. I know what I bring to the table. This is what I want. If you can do this, I'm happy. And if somebody's happy, everybody's happy, because now I'm doing my job and I'm happy and my family's taken care of, and you keep it going. Now, sometimes guys will take less, or some guys will take more. But I believe in to do whatever it takes and do your job and get the result and get it where we need to be, and then go. Go and ask for whatever you want.
Words of wisdom right there. Um, as we kind of wrap up the Christmas Day edition of the Thanalysis show here, I wanted to get a simple question for you. The Bucks obviously have bounced back.
Yeah.
They got momentum. They're rolling. From
Rolling.
your vantage point and your basketball expertise,
Yeah.
what is their biggest area of improvement to focus on headed into 2025?
I think number one area of focus, and I'll leave you with this, is health. Just get healthy, man. Just get
Mhm.
healthy, play the guys together, and that's it. Everything else will come through with. I mean, the team is already proven it. So it's more about the health and guys staying healthy, staying together. And the more they stay healthy and stay together, the more they're going to help each other, win easier games, play together more, and just have this better chemistry during the season.
Simple as that. Simple as the words
That's
of
the
wisdom.
biggest
No,
one.
it's real.
It's
When
real.
I was thinking, so I wrote this down. I was like, all right, I want to see what the biggest area of improvement is. And when you look at them, the only thing that I could pinpoint, and we
Yeah.
look at games a little bit differently, is just like sometimes with certain lineups, it's just size and rebounding. And we saw that against Indiana a little bit last year too. At certain times, it was just like uh, defensive rebounding. I was just like, all right, maybe they need size. Like, what is it? Or just like, but that's a totally different. Like, that's an addition. That's something a little bit different.
It's
You
it
know, like
yeah. It's yes. Size, obviously, I can see it. It's offense. I can see a
mhm.
little bit of offense, just clunkiness and just kind of both to see. But what I would say is, if you had to pick from all these four things we mentioned, I think health would be number one because
For
then
sure,
yeah,
100%.
because you want availability, and the more guys are available and together, the better it
A
is.
healthy a healthy Dame, a healthy Giannis in the postseason,
And a
we'll
healthy
see you in the Eastern
Chris.
Conference Finals. Yeah,
And that's where I
that's
put my
huge
money.
too.
That is where I put my money. I'm not saying it just to say it. That's where I put my money. Unless I'm in the opposite team and I'm scheming against them. Ah.
There you go.
I
There you go.
can't.
We'll wrap up we'll wrap up the Christmas Day episode on that note right there.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. But like that's what I'm saying. That's like you. Who picks this? Who goes to the playoffs and goes like, you know what? I want to play a healthy Giannis, a healthy Dame, and a healthy Chris, and I want them to come to my arena and play.
Someone on 2K. That's really it.
No,
Like,
no.
there's
I
no
mean,
no real like.
no, there is legit teams, but I might like, yeah, we're not scared of anybody. But realistically speaking, I'm sorry. Like, if you could pick any other team, do you pick them? No, you don't.
If you fully healthy, if you looked at it, so let's say the NBA got crazy and they were like, hey, you can pick who you want to play. You're the number one seed. You can pick who you want to play in the playoffs.
We would be picked last.
Yep.
I
In
can't
the
get
East, hands down.
hands down,
Healthy.
hands
So
down.
let's just say this is an interesting idea. This is not my idea. I've heard this on radio and
Yeah,
podcasts before. Let's say the Cleveland Cavaliers
yeah.
and the Oklahoma City Thunder. They finish one. They're first right now. They finish top of their conferences.
Yeah.
And the rest of the league, it's like dodgeball, right? You get to pick who you want to play or who want.
Okay.
No, those teams are in the first round. No one's picking Milwaukee.
Who wants to? I, listen. If Milwaukee tomorrow, knock on wood, let's say they were the dead last team in the league,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not picking them. The same way I won't pick the Lakers. Same way I won't pick Steph. I
Yep.
don't want to play Steph
You
first
don't
round.
want to see. Yep.
Who wants to do that? I don't understand. What kind of how can you be possessed and go like, this is what I want to play? For you to do that, you got to be a really, really good team because that would boomerang so fast. You know what's so
And a little
crazy?
bit crazy.
You know what's so crazy? We did that one year, and we won. That's the year we won. But
Mm-hmm.
it was a year we was as with the Bucks. We were supposed to. We could have lost and be. No, we could have won. We could have lost. It was second, and we said no. We won the game, and we ended up being third to play the Heat. Mind you, everybody was like, "Oh, the Bucks that don't want to play the Heat," because the year before that we got bounced in the bubble. But that year we were
Mm-hmm.
like, "No, we got to go through fire." It wasn't because we wasn't scared of Jimmy and the guys because they're playing great and Goran Dragic and like all those like
Yep.
so just continuity in the defense. We just felt like the bubble didn't do us no justice. And Tyler, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
Hito and the boys, I was like, the bubble didn't do us no justice. So it was just like a really, really, not revenge game, but it was like big for us, that series. And if you remember, the first game went to the wire and Chris made a big shot. The first
Big
game
shot
went,
after it. Yep.
yeah. So,
And then it was over.
and then we just like,
Yeah.
demoralized them. But what I want to say is, and that helped us build confidence towards the second round with the Brooklyn and
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta and then Phoenix, stuff like that. But sometimes you gotta fight. You gotta fight that. You gotta fight this, like your demons. That's what it was. But any other circumstances, I'm not going to pick. I'm not going to, oh, yeah, let me go.
No.
Let me go be fancy with it and pick Bron and the Lakers. Let me go be fancy with a big Giannis and Dame and the Bucks and Chris and them.
Yeah.
Like, no. And Steph, I'm
I
going to
don't
go pick
I don't
Steph.
care who you are.
Oh,
You do
yeah,
not want to
tomorrow.
see.
You know what? Let me wake up and play the Nuggets. What, sir? Nah.
That's a good call. That's a good call.
Whoever does, I think those 5 teams will be picked last. Those 5 teams that I just said,
Mhm.
nobody's picking them to play